Okay, my name is Paula Robson, and I am Principal Investigator of the Tomorrow Project.
All right. So I guess first of all, if you just could tell me a bit about the Tomorrow Project.
Okay, if I'd like to start with a few sobering statistics, if I may. We know that cancer touches the life of every Albertan, and we know that because 1 in 2 men in Alberta will get a diagnosis of cancer in their lifetime, and 1 in 3 women will also get diagnosed with cancer. And the sad fact is that 1 in 4 of us are going to die from cancer. And I think anybody who knows anybody who's received a diagnosis, the first question they ask is, well, why me? Why did I develop this disease and somebody else didn't? And that's what the Tomorrow Project is about. We're trying to find more about the causes of cancer so that fewer people have to get that diagnosis in the future. Because if we know more about the causes, hopefully we'll be able to figure out how to prevent it happening.
You'll be here next week to show people exactly what this project's all about. How will people be participating?
Okay, well, what we're looking for is people to volunteer to join the Tomorrow Project, and we're coming to High River next week, as you say, between November 28th and December 2nd, and we're asking people to think about joining us in one of two ways. If you can come along to a study centre that we're setting up in the Masonic Hall, you can fill in a questionnaire there, give us a sample of blood, have some measurements taken, and sign the consent form, and you're part of the project. If you can't get to a study centre, and we know that people are really, really busy, you can pick up a questionnaire and consent, fill it in at home, and send it back to us in the mail, and that's it. That's what joining the Tomorrow Project entails at the moment.
And there's obviously a lot of these temporary projects going on around Canada, or Alberta, I guess. Why is it important to get information from all these different communities?
Well, as I said, cancer affects everybody in Alberta, and one of the things that we absolutely have to do is get ourselves out of Calgary and Edmonton, which is where we have our permanent bases, and get right round the province. So we're hoping to travel to places like High River and other places around and about to get as broad a representation of the population of Alberta as possible. And we're trying to make it as easy as possible for people to come into us. We know that people don't and can't always drive into Edmonton or Calgary. So we're trying to do that. And scientifically, it's really important to get as broad a range of people as we possibly can, because cancer affects everybody. It's no respecter of where you live or anything like that. So we need a broad representation.
And I read that you're looking for ages between 35 and 69.
That's right.
And to follow them for 50 years?
Yeah, and I think, if you're 69 and we say we want to follow you for 50 years, it might sound a little bit scary, but basically what we mean by following people is that we just like to track health over time. So we don't mean that we'll be coming to you all the time asking for additional questions or whatever. We probably will send you out another questionnaire in the mail, maybe once every 4 years or so, and just track to see what happens to you. And that's basically it. So it's a long-term commitment, but it's a fairly small long-term commitment, if that makes sense. I mean, a contact once every 3 or 4 years, I think, is reasonable.
And has it been pretty successful so far?
Yeah, we're actually doing really well so far. We have around 17,000 people have signed up already, and a good bunch of those have come into study centres. But as I say, if you can't get to a study centre, send us a questionnaire. Every piece of information counts and will help us find out more about the causes of cancer.
Perfect. Well, that's all I had for you, Paula. Is there anything else you want to add?
No, that's fine, thanks. I'd just like to say a very big thank you to everybody who's joined the Tomorrow Project so far, and to say that we're in this for the long haul, because we have to beat this disease somehow. Thanks.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
I appreciate that, Dan.
Take care.
Take care. Bye.